Monday Night Raw took place last night in Washington, D.C., and the show is being built around the big angle, which was Edge's return from being out for 6 weeks after Randy Orton almost killed him with the concerto the night after the Royal Rumble. And man, it's been a while since the Rumble. It's WrestleMania season. The Royal Rumble feels like it was ages ago, 6 weeks ago. Man, so much time's passed since then. It's crazy. Because all that time, you have the whole WrestleMania sign. It's WrestleMania season. And this is, of course, the night after Elimination Chamber. A very polarizing pay-per-view. Some people hated it. Most people didn't like it, but some people thought it's the worst ever. I don't think it was that bad because the first few matches were good, but it went down. Anyway, you started off with Becky Lynch coming out. And they're building up, Shane after she killed everyone in Elimination Chamber. Becky cuts a promo on her. Becky says Baszler cut rid of a woman it took Becky Lynch her entire career to beat, which was Asuka. And I feel like they're almost writing off Asuka. Maybe she goes back to Japan because I think Kairi's gone. I really do. Io could be gone too, which really sucks. I don't want to see either of them go, but hey, looks like they might go back to Japan, unfortunately. Anyway, Becky she calls Shayna Baszler a black hole of charisma, which is 100% true. And she said she might be a bitch, but she's the bitch that runs the division. The crowd cheered for her. She recalls that Shayna wouldn't shake her hand last year after WrestleMania. Well, alright. Maybe it's because all the stuff Becky was saying about Ronda on Twitter. Because she beat her gal Ronda Rousey. Lynch knew Baszler was waiting in the shadows. Her as normally regular people don't like to be trained killers. Like Baszler, but I don't know. I feel like with Baszler, I don't know. I'm not into her. I saw her MMA career. I used to watch women's MMA. She was not very good. She wasn't a good fighter. She was around for a while. She was a pioneer or whatever, but she lost most of her fights. In the UFC and Strikeforce. I'm not a huge. I don't see the appeal in her at all. I think she's marketable. I think she's a ratings killer, but. Crowd like Becky was a very good promo by Becky. No more sunglasses, no more fucking king crown or stuff like that. Just let her just be, the chick she was a year and a half ago when she got really over. She became the biggest star in the company for a few months in terms of merch and popularity. And of course, it flamed out after WrestleMania, but let her do that. Next, you had Rey Mysterio against Angel Garza. Angel Garza was accompanied by Zelina Vega. And I saw Angel Garza kiss some woman in the front row. Dude, do not touch anyone. It's fucking coronavirus. Please, dude. You can't touch anyone. Oh, man. Why are you shouldn't touch anyone. Damn. Anyway, Ray wins. It was a surprise. Ray won. They show Kevin Owens arriving in the building earlier, and he's greeted by the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, along with Buddy Murphy and D.O. Pete. They beat the shit out of KO. They beat him down bad. They throw trays at him, and I think it was Murphy who drops this pile of trays right on KO. They beat him up pretty damn bad. So, and of course they had Rollins eating popcorn with gloves. Good job, Seth. Eat popcorn with gloves. Smart move. I bet maybe he's a germaphobe. He should be. I'm a germaphobe too, and this really justifies it. This coronavirus. They showed it was okay. Next week, got that confused. They announced Stone Cold's going to be in Pittsburgh next week for Raw, and The Undertaker's going to be there as well with the contract signing against AJ Styles. So got a big show. They air a Rhea Ripley video package. We saw this on NXT last week. Returned at the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. If they have WrestleMania this year, I hope they do. But they show her touring the stadium, getting ready for. I don't know what they're going to do, but they have to build a giant pirate ship. It can't be, like last year, they have just some screen that sucks. They need a massive set. I think they have a pirate ship already. Maybe they do it in the from that pirate ship, and they have it almost. They come through the entranceway. Maybe they come through. That's how they build the stage from that. But they have to have a massive pirate ship. If they just have a screen, I'm gonna be mad. They need to build a fucking pirate ship. It better be a fucking pirate ship. Charlotte Flair comes out, of course, wearing a tight dress. She always has to do that. She always has to. It is what it is. Not complaining. But she rips into Rhea. She's mad. She says she's going to teach her a lesson. It feels like Rhea Ripley, she peaked in the fall. During Survivor Series time, she was really over. She won that big women's elimination match. Her star's fallen quite a bit since then. after she beat Shayna around that time now, she's just not that over. I'd rather see Charlotte and Bianca Belair, to be honest. I think that's a better match. Or a bigger match, to be honest, would have been built up. But Charlotte rips into Rhea, and Rhea just punches her, knocking her to the ground. So Rhea gets run over Charlotte. They announced AJ Styles on WWE Backstage tomorrow. He had Bobby Lashley against Zack Ryder. Lana's shooting a movie. Good. Don't care about this. They replayed the Brock and Drew McIntyre segment from last week when Drew crushed them. Aleister Black's in his dark room. He's wearing an all-black suit, and before you can say anything, Rollins and Murphy enter. Rollins wants him to join the Monday Night Messiah faction. He even gives him a shirt, and Black's having none of it. He throws it back at him. It does feel like there's so much factions right now. Doesn't that feel like it? Like, man, there's so much in all of wrestling, in AEW too. Eric Rowan against McIntyre. May as well release Eric Rowan. He's just nothing. They brought out the stupid cage, and McIntyre, they didn't tell us if the mechanical spider is still in there, because that's just such a waste. They were doing a good job building it up for a while. Now it's just a complete and utter waste. So the mechanical spider is pretty much crushed. McIntyre gets the cage, and he just takes a steel steps and just crushes it, like bam, really hard. Crushes the cage. Really crushed that stupid spider too. The spider would have gone now. If you hit something, when the spider's under a surface and you smack it, it'll like go out, but no spider, so hopefully that's the end of that stupid thing. Anyway, McIntyre just destroys Rowan. It makes him look like nothing. Claymore kick 1, 2, 3, building him up well. They've done a good job with Drew, I have to say. Since the Rumble, they had some moments where they had some hiccups when they were making him like John Cena on doing comedy, but they've done a good job with Drew. So they announced Paige will confront Bayley on SmackDown. I don't know, maybe she's wrestling, but they're going to do something. I don't think it's Bayley and Sasha because Sasha's injury. They scrapped that plan, but it's not going to be Bayley and Sasha at WrestleMania this year. They were supposed to have like so many matches every year at WrestleMania, at least for the last 3 or 4 years. Oh, it's Bayley Sasha this year. Bayley Sasha, Bayley Sasha, Bayley Sasha. Every single time it just doesn't happen. Something always has to go wrong. They change their plans, someone gets hurt, but they'll do a match. I think Sasha will be in the match with Bayley, but I don't think we're going to see a match. I think it's just going to be a fatal four with Lacey Evans and Naomi, who no one cares about. I'd rather see Bayley and Sasha in a major match. They're never going to do it. It's never going to happen. Asuka and Kairi Sane come out, and it's the worst thing. Kairi Sane's crying. They're yelling in Japanese. It goes on for about 3 minutes. They're freaking out. They're crying. Kairi Sane's crying. Asuka's crying because Asuka's hurt. They're mad about what happened. They're yelling, and the fans are chanting, what? They start making fun of their opponents. I think they said something about Alexa Bliss because she challenged him. I think that in our match will be Asuka and Kairi Sane against Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, and also against Natalya and Beth Phoenix. That looks like a match that's almost locked. That's going to happen too. It was just the worst thing. It went on forever. Anyway, they're facing Natalya and Liv Morgan. I don't know, something with Liv. I don't think she has I don't think she's going to be a star. I don't know. But Sarah Logan comes out. She's looking. Then Ruby Riott comes out. She's looking. I'm thinking, this is going to be really cool. This is really cool. Actually, I think Ruby came, then Sarah came. This is cool. They're going to bring back the Riott Squad. These three are better together. I thought Ruby could be a big single square. She got injured. They scrapped it. They tried to push Liv to hold this angle with Lana. Fell apart. Sarah Logan's just, she's been a jobber, basically. Put them together. They're a good team. I like the Riott Squad. They're a fun team. They like it too. I know they're all close. Nope. Liv Morgan does she basically says, screw Natalya. She sees Ruby and Sarah start to fight on the outside, and she does a crossbody taking them both out, and that leaves Natalya on her own with the Kabuki Warriors. Natalya gets a sharpshooter on Kairi Sane, but Asuka kicks her in the head and pins her. That's the victory. So Asuka and Kairi with the win. I think that sets up Natty and Beth. But maybe they add the Riott Squad too. I don't know. The way they did, they could add them. They could put them back together. The OC comes out, and AJ Styles was using his music instead of the OC's music, and he cuts a great promo on The Undertaker. It's basically a shoot promo, and this is true, and kind of sad, but it is true. So he says first his trophy, then last night's match. We'll have The Undertaker, and he remembers seeing Undertaker get beat by Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 3 years ago before taking off his hat and gloves and laying down in the ring. He raised his arm in the air as if to signal he's done, but he probably should have done that when Brock Lesnar ended his streak 6 years ago. Can you believe WrestleMania 30 was 6 years ago? 33, 3 years ago, kind of feels like 6 years ago. That's, oh man. But He is basically calling him old. He said Undertaker ruined a beautiful moment 3 years ago. He ruined his own moment. He wanted to take her at Mania 10 or 15 years ago, which is true. He might have worried about calling out Undertaker. Now he's just a broken old man named Mark Calloway, and the crowd boos. He shoots Undertaker. He rips him. I don't think Undertaker's ever allowed someone to call him by his real name, Mark. I remember Ken Shamrock did that about 20 years ago. I don't think Undertaker was mad, but they've never had someone actually call him out by his real name. Maybe he comes back as the American Badass next week instead of the Dead Man. That'd be kind of cool. Because no one really calls him out like that. They had Cena do it, not like this. I wish they'd. Maybe he's the American Badass. Anyway, Styles said Taker should have retired 10 years ago. He wasn't sure in his prime. He wasn't sure he kept coming back, but it was his wife, Michelle McCool. I think it's because of money. I think he made some mistakes in investments. That's why he's coming back and used the money. Styles announced to the crowd that Taker and McCool are married, and everyone knows that. And McCool is playing him like a fiddle. They have a great family. Michelle McCool is the most conniving person he's ever met. They're going to use her, I guess, in this storyline. I don't really care. Styles warned Taker that his wife was going to run him into the ground and he was going to help her. I'm going to make sure you die in the ring at WrestleMania, and I'm going to take the Undertaker's soul at Mania. I'm going to do exactly what his wife wants me to do. So, Styles says Taker has nothing to lose because he already lost his pride, dignity, and mystique, and he would literally put a nail in the Undertaker's coffin. This was one of AJ Styles' best promos. I thought this was awesome. I'm excited to see the match now. So I want to see this now. This was one of AJ's best promos. I'm looking forward to it now. They do Charlie Caruso. She tries to interview Randy Orton backstage. He doesn't answer, so she leaves. Riddick Moss beats Cedric Alexander. Who cares? We get to the third hour. MVP's in the ring, and this is another big segment. He is insulting Washington, D.C., and he starts talking about how he wants to build his new stable, and he calls out Edge. He says he wants Edge to join the stable, and all of a sudden we see Edge backstage, and he's walking to the ring, and he's angry. He's ready to kill Randy Orton. He's wearing street clothes. His music hits. He marches out. He took the mic from MVP, and he says Orton to grow and come out right now. MVP told Edge he was focused on the wrong things, and then the crowd wants a spear. MVP asks Edge about his wife, and he spears him, and then Orton comes out. He starts attacking him, but Edge fights him off, hits an RKO. He gets two chairs about to kill Orton with the concerto. Orton leaves. MVP gets in the way, so Edge puts him down with a standing head and arm choke. We saw Jack Swagger do that to Dustin a few weeks ago in AEW. I just noticed that. Anyway, RKO to MVP on the chair, and he puts him in the concerto. He gives it twice, two vicious concertos, kills MVP. That's it for him on TV. Sets up Randy Orton and Edge. Edge chases him to the back, and that's it. I don't know if they officially announced it, but that's it. So they announced a contract signing with Undertaker and AJ next week. They show Triple H. He got a lifetime achievement award at the Arnold Classic, and no Triple H WrestleMania this year. Worth noting. They do a Lesnar and McIntyre video package. Edge is yelling, and Charlie Caruso informs him that Randy Orton has left the arena. Aleister Black against Seth Rollins. This is about 7 minutes. Ends quickly with the DQ. And then it basically turns into an 8-man tag after this. You have Seth Rollins, Murphy, and the AOP against the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders. This is basically just like a host show main event. They did a really good angle with Edge. That should have been the main event. I thought the Undertaker AJ segment was really good, or the AJ segment. And I thought the Becky segment was good. So he had 3 really strong segments building up. They built up Becky. Shayna good with Becky's promo. They built up Undertaker. AJ good with AJ's promo. And they built up the Randy Orton Edge good with that very strong segment. They go to a meaningless 8-man tag as the main event. I was like, oh, who cares about this? Whatever. Yeah. So the heels win. Rollins, Murphy, and the AOP win. Then you have Kevin Owens come out. He attacks him. But they beat down Owens, and Rollins gives Owens 3 curb stomps, and that sets up Owens-Rollins at WrestleMania, obviously. So I thought the show was pretty good. I like Raw this week in a good way. I thought I enjoyed it better than Elimination Chamber in some ways, and I thought it was a good way, and we're continuing the road to WrestleMania. We are now 27 days away from Tampa, WrestleMania 36.